So what are the things you need to master as a product owner? And the first part is you really need to analyze the market and your competition. So why does this matter? It's really about identifying the opportunity gaps, the unrealized value you are going to fill. What are the customer's needs? Which problems are you going to solve? Is the opportunity in a red ocean or blue ocean, as described by Chan Kim and René Mauboin? If it is red ocean, you also need to go ahead and analyze the competition to see what they are doing. You have to think about, why is your solution to the problem better than what's currently offered by the competition? Or are there existing workarounds which actually work pretty well as well? What are the major risks we are currently aware of, and how can we measure and mitigate them? It's about defining a baseline against which we can measure and compare. Now, what happens if you don't master it? If you do not understand the market and your competition, you don't have a baseline against which you can measure. You will never get to the hard evidence that what you're doing is working, or maybe not. You most likely won't hit the target. You will most likely create lots of output, and you will never really achieve the anticipated customer outcome. And in that regard, also the resulting company impact you're aiming for. Now, what is a great example of this action? I really like to think about this story from the Toyota chief engineer for the Sienna. The Sienna is a minivan, and it wasn't selling too well in the US. So he took the car and he drove it 80,000 miles in a couple of months. So he drove all the way down from Alaska, cold, to the hot states in the south. And he found out about the heating, some issues. The air conditioning is not strong enough, and the Americans really like to have cool in their car. And he also found out, and this is really funny, that the cup holders, there are not sufficient cup holders in the car, and they aren't large enough for the, if you use a drive-through for the drinking containers. And these fixes he brought into the product really made the next release of the Sienna much more successful in the US. I also had once a product owner. She took over an existing product, and the first thing she did is to think, it was a brilliant idea. She spent 2 weeks in the call center. She really wanted to see, where are the customers hurting? Where could she improve the product? And that's what she did afterwards.